Hi all. So welcome to another day on this JMeter training and going with the topic wise list. Right? So we are in day 34. Maybe this day number will not vary to what is there on playlist because in playlist uh, few topics extend. So we cover that in next day. Right? So that's happens. But going with the sequence uh, of this hierarchy of course content, even if you see on website or in this PDF. You will have this PDF also on Google Drive. So we last thing we covered was uh, this execution thing, parameterization, all the stuff got finished right here. Then we talked about test suite. After test suite, we talked about a scoping rule and execution precedency rule. And the last thing, okay, which is I need to rectify this should take. So data. So the last topic before this session was on Jenkins. So JMeter and Jenkins integration. In that we have seen many concepts, right? What is Jenkins, what is CI/CD, and GitHub, GitLab commands are there. Why we use them? What is the difference between Jenkins and GitLab? All these things, right? And how to run a job on Jenkins and on GitLab, right? So all that I've explained this almost theoretically, but with practical guidance, right? So in your rough time or free time, you have to just watch few things on Git commands that you can learn by yourself and push pull all this thing and repository. So any 10, 20 minutes video, so many people will be teaching you can from that on YouTube. It's free. Okay. So that whole thing and relation with Jenkins and how the same thing is done in Jenkins, same way it is done on GitHub. Only thing in GitHub, we do it through a YML file, and how to create that YML file, that also I have given through Copilot instructions or the YML file instruction what will be there. We cannot do this, means I cannot show run on GitHub. Why? Because we need a runner. Okay, runner means, as I said, Ubuntu generally they give. Now what is runner? In that video, if you remember, I have explained runner means LG. So currently you know that we should have LG, right? Either you can use your own laptop, but your own laptop is so far it will create network latency. So to minimize that, we should have a system inside a same virtual private network of the cloud of the server, right? So if we are using a standalone test without Jenkins or GitHub, so we go through that. We should have a machine which is nearer to the server, and on using that machine we can put multiple user load, or that's what that machine will act as edge. Now when we run through GitHub, okay, so there it will be having a runner. Now GitHub account, suppose any enterprise means any project who are following this setup. So if you go to GitHub page, you will see pricing will be there, pricing thing. GitHub is free also in that as on that. It is helpful for many people. They are making GitHub as their portfolio, their resume, right? Many people. So it's free for what we say non-commercial use, but for commercial use, price tag is there. So in that, when GitHub is integrated with the main project in real time, so there you buy a runner. Runner are there. Runner means LG only. Why they call runner? In our performance testing term, we call them any machine which is a dedicated machine to generate a load is called LG. But they call it a runner because in GitHub or Jenkins world, only performance tests are not executed. Right? Development jobs are executed. Selenium people will be executing their code. Selenium test framework like this. So that also runs on runner only. There will be one runner. Runner is always needed. Runner is a base. Okay. So they call it a runner. But the runner is nothing. It's like OS only, operating system or a system. Okay. So there it will be Ubuntu generally. And all thing we have to keep on Ubuntu. Through commands, it will download JMeter in all that YML command which I have shown. if you go and see that command, it will be downloading JMeter on that Ubuntu runner and extracting it, and then a whole process. If we have to put our script on a repository and we have to link that repositories will be on GitHub, and in that YML file, you have to just give the path of the script, and it's like that. It works, it runs. Okay. So that is how a little difference. Okay. So currently we cannot run because we will not be having a runner if we even create a account. So through GitHub. But in enterprise, if you have a GitHub setup in your company, you will get the runner. So hope you understand what is a runner. Okay. Runner is just a LG only. But there the word runner, why that is so called because that same runners, there can be 2-3 such runners, means 2-3 such instance of Ubuntu utilized by other teams. So Git is extended or cloud version of Jenkins, right? So, and Jenkins are used to run many things, right? It's a main part of CI/CD, right? We have seen it is used by developers, it is used by testers, it is used by performance tester. Tester means functional tester. The same, their code, their framework has to also run, or some base should be needed, right? Base is what? Base is the operating system, right? Operating system should always be there. So that operating system name they call as a runner, means on which the things run, right? Run. So in our term, we call it as a now. So this was last the topic. Next, we will be here. So which is day 34, you can say, or 35, whatever. Better to give by me. Sync it little bit more. Videos. Just a second. Okay. Now, what is this, right? So, JMeter and InfluxDB and Grafana integration. It will take 1 hour. So, please be patient. First, we'll understand what is this. This is easy, simple concept, but why it is there, or what is the importance? See, first thing, InfluxDB, JMeter, you know, right? So, what is this integration? First, we'll understand it later on. First, let us understand what is InfluxDB and Graph. So, InfluxDB is a DB, open source. Understand? Open source time series. Okay, time series database. Database. I can Google that as well. Can go to AI mode. It will tell the definition. So it's open source time series database. It's a company also. Okay, and so basically it's a database where data is stored in real time based on time. Means indexing happens on time. Now, what is the meaning of indexing? Like suppose we know what a DB does, right? What is a database? In database, what will be there? All records, all information, everything has to go in the database. Any information. Right? Now, whatever information that goes here is stored based on time indexing. So that's why it's called time series. So it's a database one. It's kind of open source data. Open source means it's not commercial, even though they have come up with some plan here, maybe something they will be selling, but let it. Okay. Uh, Many part are still open source. So that is InfluxDB. Okay, DB itself name is the DB. We'll go to its website. Not thanks. This is its website, and we have to download it, right? So you can download it by clicking here. It's data. Here also somewhere download link will be there. Get InfluxDB. So we will download it, or let us click there. So here you can see InfluxDB. Like this pages, they have made it a little more fancy. So I have to look. Okay, they call it as influx data. So I'll tell you. First, we'll be on home page, right? They have totally like revamped this page. Revamped means modified this page. So many things has changed there. Fine. So this is the page. Actually, it is InfluxDB. I think they have influx data. Maybe they've changed the company name, or don't. Maybe this company has purchased this or what. It's not coming in my mind now. Okay, let it be. But this is InfluxDB. When you search Influx, it will come to Influx data. That is the main website name. Maybe there will be some merging or whatever. I don't. Earlier, its name was InfluxDB only. Something has happened in middle. Let it. So now, when you go to the website, right? Yeah, website. So here you can see get InfluxDB. Right? So either you can go through that or here one. So I'll tell you both things. When you click on this link, get, right? So it will take you to this page, and here also downside here it comes ready to try InfluxDB. So click on try InfluxDB. Again, it will open one page here, this page. Now here in another tab it's opening, right? So here click on Docker and Windows. So again it will go to another page, another tab. And current one is 3. We'll go to the original one that we can download from here in this drop down menu. This one, InfluxDB Enterprise. Okay. Or 3.enterprise. I'll check. I have to check. It has some other products also, Telegraph and these things. But generally, we will do the integration with DB1 because DB3 will be having some changes. These are newly came, and maybe JMeter will be having some problem. We see new thing always. JMeter will not be supporting, so it takes some time. So we'll go with DB1. In that, you can download this one, OSS version 1. Okay. First of all, no. This tool. Okay, can you use this command that this will work on Linux? This command, we have their download options are there. We'll go with latest one. Let's see whether latest one is working. But Influx core, they are saying earlier version of Influx DB OS is core. I think they've changed the name. So this is OS version 1, then OS version 2, and then now the core has released. And core is the latest one. Their name they have changed. Install on Linux, Mac, fine. And on the Windows we have this. Fine. This is on first time I'm trying new one. So even I might get confused somewhere. We'll see. So earlier, InfluxDB was like this, version 1.11, and it was easy to launch. Yeah, we have AC5, and this is how it used to look. This is like this, right? But I think this one, was, we'll see. It seems like that one. Just one more file. Guys, I think I need to work on this. Or need to work on it on my personal space. Then only I can. Because till now, like even last 3 months back, I believe I had, see, it was there, and till now we are using this one. It was easy, very good, but now you can have it, but that is not logical. Right? We should have it from the website also. So we have to see. Version one installation. Use about. Okay, here it is. It's on next page. Another page. Yeah, version 1. So version 3 has not newly came, right? And there needs to be looked into how it works and how it works with JMeter, right? So we can have a look about that maybe in future, or I have to work in that in like in my personal space. Okay. Because in this 3 months only this has come up. I meanwhile, to have an idea, right? So we'll go with the old one, which was working. So as I said, like either this will be the main page, right? No, this will be the home page. Then we have to click here. It will take you to the another page, right? Which is here. Okay. Now here, if we scroll down, here a try influx DB will be there. You have to click on this. So it will again take us to another page. So this is current version, right? And for older version, we'll click here. So this is for Linux direct command is there. I believe using curl or wget we can do. For Docker and Windows, you see here a special link. So we'll go there. Again, one more will open up. Now here instruction and reading or learning about that is there. So this is for 3, right? So from drop down menu here, we can have 3. 3 all has came up newly. So very rare chance will be there that it will be working now with JMeter, because JMeter component has to be also upgraded to get it work with JMeter. Sorry, even with InfluxDB 3. So the JMeter people will do that. Okay, so chances are there that currently it will not work, right? Because I'll tell you in JMeter, we'll see when we do the setup. In JMeter, there is one uh, there is one component tester which integrates or get integrated with this InfluxDB. So we'll understand. Still, we have not understood why we are going to do so, right? Still, we are on InfluxDB. So we will be using the working on, and working on was InfluxDB 1. So if you come down on this same, when you click, you'll see here InfluxDB OSS version 1. When you click on that, it will take us to another page here, and then you have to download it. Now, from where we'll download it, right? So we have to click on tools. They have hidden actually those links, right? Introduction. So when you click select that InfluxDB OSS version 1, then come to introduction. Then here download InfluxDB will be there. The working one which works with JMeter, and that's why they are maintaining, is still maintaining. In Java case also, I think I explained maybe in this batch or maybe in another batch, like why we have so many version of Java, if you see, right? Because dependencies are there. The older component or the previous software which works on Java may not work on the latest version of Java. Changes are there, right? So still, that is the reason they still suppose 25 to the letter, but they maintain 21, then still maintain like 17, 11, 8, right? This is the reason. So same way, there are dependent softwares in IT industry which are used, and people still maintain the older versions because of dependability. Okay, so this problem is still going on, right? I think me and even uh, Atul has faced this issue, right? Like we have written a Groovy code, and when we choose Groovy, that is not working with Java 25. Okay, so that time I told a tool to, we will see that also in when we start coding. So I told you to either change to Bean Shell or Java, or downgrade to Java 21. So this kind of dependency still goes on, right? So same way we have with this InfluxDB. So 3 might not still work because of they need to upgrade the components of JMeter which has to be used here. So we'll go with the one which still works, and that is OSS version 1. So from this drop down menu, uh, click on that, right? Choose on that. So this page comes up, and then we have to click on introduction, and then here download InfluxDB will be there. So it will tell us that go here, and we have to just scroll down, and then we have to find this, right? So click on that, and one more page will come up. So when on this page, this is the next page. Now just no, it's 1.112, and I think I have that one. Okay. Oh, okay. So my network has switched to another network. So let me know if you guys face any technical issue, right? Like audio video issue. So as I was talking, so I am having 1.118, and currently they have 1.112. Same thing. You can download. Right now, how to download? So here you will see one link is there. Right? I will just zoom it here. Now, what we have to do? See, this whole long link not required. You have to just copy from here. Clearly, this much you copy, right? So copy this much, and you can open any new tab, right? New tab, and just put it there. Okay, this much one, this much one. Just copy that and put that in a new tab. So it will download that in zip format. So I'm downloading. So I'm downloading it, right? So that it's getting downloaded. It's just 30 MB file, but my internet connection is so slow. You see, transfer rate is I'm facing Geo 100 Mbps speed is this much. So, but that's why it's taking time. This is Geo at 100 Mbps plan. and this is how it works. The Geo is going very worse nowadays. Okay, with Geo Fiber. Okay, so it will download. Then I'll open it. It's out of 36 MB, it's 28 MB done. I can use the old one also, but I'll show you this latest one so that if you are also trying, you will have idea. But generally, there is no difference. Okay, in this version 12, 1.12 or version 1.11. Okay, so finally it got down. So actually, it's very small file, just 36 MB, but due to my network slowness, it took that much time. Now, so you got the idea, right? What I do that you will get this link. Only this much you have to copy, and this much, and put that in a new URL, and it will be downloaded. Okay, so it will be in a zip file, and we know what to do. Right? We have to unzip that. Fine here, and I'll copy that in. I'll keep that in C drive. Now, mm, so this is the this again means I'll delete my old one and I will use this. Fine. So we got how to download, right? Now, till now, more than half an hour is still on this. So I hope you got the idea, right? From where to download. I'll just give a walkthrough very quickly once. So, so this is when you search Influx TV, either we can open the home page or through this, right? So I'll quickly first show you through home page. So click on this link, right? It will open one tab. Why I'm showing it repeatedly because this has become little complex compared to earlier. Now, when this will be website, so we can do one thing. Either we can go through this, okay, by clicking get InfluxDB, or we have an option here also, need Windows, so you can directly go back. Fine. So when you click on this, one page will open, right? And then here also click here, scroll down and click here. Then go to the new page. It will take us to new page, and then here Docker Windows, right? So it is same thing which was here on the home page. This is home page, and it was here. So if even we can directly click here and go there, or through this, right? So just go there. Then again, new page will come, or clicking here also. It will take us to the same page. It's taking the, or as we said, this same. Now, whether you come here through that long link or directly through this, you'll see here on top right corner. This is latest one, DB3, but we will use DB1 version 1 because till now the working one is version 1 only with JMeter. Right? So now how to download that? So from both page, same page, they are same. So from this drop down list, just scroll down and choose this OSS version 1. Click on that. When we come here, we have to click on introduction. When we click on here, so it will say download. So click on this link and then we have to scroll, right? Scroll. So first click here. Then then this will be the page. Now we have to again scroll down, scroll down, and you see 3 telegraph. Do not click here. Then page 2. Okay, we'll go page 2, and then we'll see OSS version 1. Now for which platform you need, you have to just choose Mac, Docker, Ubuntu. Suppose we need for Windows, so you have to choose that, and only one version is available. Now on this, actually there is no download link is there. There is nothing to click and download. What you have to do is you have to type this whole command in PowerShell. Or very easy thing is that no need to copy whole command, just copy from here to here. Remember, just this much. Okay, copy that and like this, and put that in a new tab. Open a new tab and put it and hit the enter button. This much, and it will be downloaded. Right. So this is IGT, like that much easy. Only thing, like path has become so long. Earlier it was there on the same page. Now they have just, I think they have revamped this website. Revamped means they have beautified this website and many things has changed. Like in last 4 months when I checked last time, I checked last 4 months back. Okay. Or directly we can go here. It's like InfluxDB. So Influx download, you can click here, and then it is coming to this page, right? You see, same here, and now we can scroll down on this, and they have 3 telegraph. CLI3 will be there. Just scroll down and here page 2, and click on that, and then we will be here. So same process. Just choose the, like suppose Windows, and then copy this. Right? So this is how we'll download. So we have downloaded. Now next is Grafana. So we got to know about InfluxDB. Now is Grafana. What is Grafana? So Grafana is an open source visualization tool or dashboard tool, visualization dashboard tool. So now I'll close this. We do not need it. Fine. Now next we will learn about Grafana. Grafana. Okay. So if you just search Google Grafana, you'll see Grafana. It's an open source monitoring, they say, but actually it's a visualization tool. Okay, we can visualize the stuff. So again, to download it, this is the website. When you click on this, this is the website. Just go to here, downloads, right, and click on that. So that has 2 parts. One is cloud, one is OSS. We need the OSS. So again, this website has also been revamped, but we will click here, OSS. Now you'll see so many things. We need this one graph. Click on download, right? So so if you see, yeah, when you click on that, it will come. Current version is this one, and it's open source, means free to use. And I think it got released in just October last month. New one. Now, for which platform you need, Linux, Windows, or whatever. So suppose Linux, these are to install on Linux. These are command. For Mac, you will be having command. For Mac, I think this is. For Windows, we have very simple one. Right? Click on Windows and installer, anyone you need. You can go with this installer, MSI or this zip one, anyone, same thing. MSI is the direct one. Just click and download and install like any software. Okay. So I'll click on this. It will take some time because my net is so slow. Oh, it's a long file. 328 MB file, and my internet speed is very slow. So if you guys see this, it's a 328 MB file, and my speed is so slow, so it will take so much. So I'm discarding. I'll not download. You can download. I'll use my old graph now, which I have. So I'll cancel this first. Fine. Now, so you can download it. It's very simple, like any software. Just you have to click download and you have to install. Okay. Let me check that. Download version. Oh, I've deleted so many software shells. Okay. So it is a exe file, right? You know, any Windows software we download, so like that, and simply when it will be downloaded, just double click and it will be installed. Right now, I'll come to that. We'll see that here, installer and other thing. But hope you got it right. So this is how we will install it, Grafana, or from this home page where we on Google we search this Grafana. Directly you can go to download Grafana also. Like click here and it will take directly to this page, right? And depending on the platform, right, you can choose and download it and just install it. It's just a download and click on executable and install it. Okay.
But
Now,
addition we have to
once
change
that
to
is installed,
OSS, right? Well,
huh? So my here when we are clicking there through Google download option, it's not coming to. It's not asking to change to OSS. When we were going through proper home page, then it was asking. Okay.
no, here
So
also
when
there
we
is
are
a
clicking,
addition.
when I click here, it's nothing.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
says
here OSS.
okay, enterprise. This is not required. You can go with
Okay,
enterprise also.
okay,
Not a problem.
okay.
Mm. You can go with the enterprise. No, this is not a problem. What I was saying is here when we come from home page, then there here we have to choose like suppose I'll tell you. This is the home page link and this is direct download link. So when we go with this link first, so when we go with this link, then click on download here. Then here it comes like cloud and OSS. So we have to ignore cloud and click on OSS. Here we have to click on OSS and come here. Then again one more option of Grafana. Then click here. Oh, sorry here. Then that page will come. Now here. Now no need to choose that edition. Enterprise will work fine. Nothing. No problem. It can be used for free. Okay. Then or when we are clicking this, then it is directly going to that. So the second link saves the time, whether it is Grafana or any software, it saves the time. Fine. So you download it, right, and install it by double clicking simply. When after installation, what you have to do, you have to launch. So we have to open this URL in our browser. Like for Jenkins also, remember I told like after installing we have to open Jenkins on localhost 8080. That was the default port for Jenkins, right? If you guys remember. So like this some software runs on port for InfluxDB also it will be 8086. We'll come to that. For this it will be local. So we have to open. So we will come this part, but for now ignore it. So we got to know right now what is this InfluxDB and what is this Grafana, correct? And we have downloaded also both. Grafana is download, then proper installation is required, and then only we can use right installation. InfluxDB version 1 we need, uh, and that is zip file. We have to just zip, we have to extract and use. Right? We have just seen. Now this is DB. This is a visualization tool, a dashboard kind of tool where we can see some matrices. Okay, for an example, like this, some charts and other things we can see. Now come to this stuff like why we need this. Okay, so what happens in JMeter? There is one drawback, and that drawback is when we run a long duration test, suppose 30-minute test, 1 hour test, a 2 hour test, or more than that, right? So we get a console, right? Okay, and you know that console. So even in Jenkins also, if we run, we get this console, correct? The problem with this console is this is the console. This is called summarizer actually. Right? Now, problem with this is till it finishes, we will not be able to see anything. Right? That is the problem. Means somewhat information you'll get. Okay, how much error is coming and this thing, but detailed information will not get. Suppose you are running for one. Just think. Now, for 1 hour, you have to sit and you cannot do anything. Only when whole 1 hour completes, when whole test completes, then final HTML report we get, and then only in that we do the analysis. If this happened, that happened, whatever. But meanwhile, that 1 hour is we are sitting idea. We can monitor the server log parallelly, but if you want to see this result, like okay, suppose error is coming, where that error is coming, what is here only minimum, average, and max response time it's giving. But what I told, we focus on 90 response time or 95 response. How is that going on, right? Which transactions response time is high, place, where the error. If we want to see for that 1 hour, that is not possible. So that is the biggest drawback of JMeter test. Remember, suppose the test is for 2 hours, suppose it is for 3 hours, then for 3 hours we are blank, correct? It's like that. Because from this we do not get anything. If you think minutely, we just get an average idea, not more than that. To avoid that problem, we do this setup. For only this is required when there is a long duration test stuff is going on. So we do this setup. So in this part is done. See, InfluxDB, it's a database. Okay, this is integrated with our JMeter test. JMeter test means whatever JMeter script you are running, that will be integrated with the InfluxDB database. A name called DB1. We'll be creating a database inside that. So it will be integrated with that. And then this DB will be integrated with Grafana. Okay, Graph. Understand. Now what will happen? JMeter, when we run the test, when this integration will done, this is what we are going to learn. It's very simple thing actually. Only this installation took 1 hour. Just finding it, not an issue. So fine. So this integration is very simple. So JMeter will be integrated with a DB, and this DB will be integrated with the graph. Then when you run the test, okay, test run it. So that time what will happen? JMeter will start sending its test result to this DB. It will send to JTL and JTL file and XML. That will be there. Okay, that will be already there. Do not worry about that. either you run from GUI, you know that, or you run from non-GUI, you know how to generate the JTL and XML. That will be there. Additionally, this we are talking additionally. Additionally, apart from that JTL and XML, because see JTL and XML, that drawback, right? We can see that in last one. So additionally with that, we can integrate, do this integration, and parallelly JMeter will send those test metrics to this DB, and Grafana will read those test metrics from that DB, and it will display it to us parallelly. Okay, parallelly it will display till the test is running, and in that we can see so many things. So we are going to see that. So this is whole setup, and that is the reason behind it. Why we do that? Got the idea? For a small hour, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, this is not required. But when you do a long, suppose half an hour, 1 hour, so that period we have to sit train. So that time to get more information, to see the things, we do the setup. Okay. So first thing is both installation I have shown you. Now, first we will do the JMeter and InfluxDB setup. Now, before that, doing the setup, we need to go to InfluxDB folder. We need to run it. Okay, so we are here. This is InfluxDB. Open that. When you open that, you'll find 3 files will be there in that. One is influx.exe and one is influxd.exe. So first we have to launch this one. Okay, I'll just influxd.exe. First, I start influxd.exe first. Okay, so nothing to do. Simply this file influxd.exe. Double click on that. So when you double click, just allow it like that. So a console will come. You can, if you just scroll, you'll see message will be there like this. And this is one. For now, do not close it. Okay? Just minimize this. We'll come to it later on. But you do not have to close. You can just minimize, or you can just keep it open or minimize. Okay. After that, we have to open this. So next is open. After this, once this is first is up and running, then start influxx.exe. So which is here, influxx.exe. So double click on that, and again one more console will come. This is the console. So here, if you see InfluxDB, it's running on this. Okay. Now here we'll create a database. How to create a database? A few commands are there. Create a DB. So create. This is the create database name. Okay. So we'll do it parallel. So you can see, right? So create database and a database name. Any name that you can remember, or a good name. So suppose JMeter pet store DB, like this, some good name, whatever you can give, right? Okay, so it got created. Now if you want to know whether it got created or not, you can use another command to just check. So you can type so databases. So it is showing there. I have created earlier previous many other databases also, so showing, but the database that we have created is here. You see? So it means that it has been created. In other batch, I have created this all. So that's why it's showing it. Now, next is we have to use this one. After creating, we have to use the database that we created. Okay. Which is this one. So we have to use command called use and that name. Okay. So you can copy the name also if you cannot type because it's long, and we can do a spelling mistake. So you can copy use and that it's not working. C, control B, not working. There is a shortcut command which works. That Okay, then type it. Copy should work. Not work. Okay, type. No, it's working. I think. It's working. It's working. Copy paste is working. Actually, there is some problem with my console. So you see, Control V, copy it, right? Select it and do Control C to copy and do Control V. So we do not see anything here, but press any other key on keyboard and you'll see it will reflect. Maybe I think my console is in. So remember, you have to use this only, which we created, not others. Right. So now just hit the enter button. So you see, it's using that. Now we have to create a username and password for that. Okay. So this is a command: create username ABC with password XYZ. So this username, this is and password, it can be anything. Okay. Unnecessary decision on the console. Fine. So just type create user ABC. So suppose I'll type admin is the username and with password. Password should be in single quotes. What password? Suppose ABCD 1 2 3. Okay. Quotes, single quotes, close. That's it, done. So DB has been created and we have created a username and password. Now, nothing to do. Now we have to start the JMeter. Now we have to do the integration of JMeter and flux. So open the JMeter. JMeter already opened here. Okay. Which is this JMeter? I need to check. We'll use our own JMeter. Our own JMeter means for our batch, right? I have so many JMeters here. That's right. But for our batch, I have this JMeter. Fine. So now which script you want to run it, right? So open. So suppose this is product booking V1. Okay. Now, uh, now what? So this is open. Now next thing is we have to use a listener called backend listener. So just right click on text and go to add and go to listener and listener called backend. Now here we have to do some setup. Okay. So what setup? So first choose from drop down implementation. Right? Choose the third one. So from this drop down, we have to choose first, second, third one. Now here we have to fill something. What we have to fill? Okay. We have to fill. First is InfluxDB URL. Okay. So where is our InfluxDB running? So you can see it's running here. HTTP 886. So copy that and fix it. Not all. Do not remove all. Till here only. You see here this much 8086. This much only you remove. Then after that slash is there. Then right is there, right, then equal to db equal to, it's like, right? So this is the database name. Here we have to update the database name. So the database that we created, which is this one, okay, that we have to put it here. It's done. Fine. This is important one. Next important one is few thing is important that I'll tell you. So changing this line is important. You can give up name of the project, some name that is not important but good, and we have to make this as a false. This is important. Means import. See, we have to change 3 4 line, but I'm saying important one, right? So changing this line is very important and making this summary only to false. Okay, false is important. Okay, so first, so this line done, right? Then here, summary make it false. Instead of true, or make it false. So this is another important. Apart from that, two things you can do, like application name. Suppose you can give like store and title here, test title. This is optional, but you can do, suppose test title, you can give product booking or PB or short form, whatever, like PS01 PB, that whatever you can. That is not important, but just to have it a view. So this line is important. Then making this summary only to false is important. Then we can change this also and this also, which is not mandatory but good to do. Fine. Now we will test. So now we will run the test. Now when you will run this test, suppose for one user only, okay, and just to show you, I'll just enable so aggregate report one for example. I'll enable it. So you will we should see that result should go over there. Okay, so where you can see. So see, this is the console, one JMeter, sorry, InfluxDB console, right? Where we created the database. So now you can minimize this or you can close this also. It's not required. Okay, now it's not required. You can minimize or close. I'm minimizing. The first console, remember, which we opened, this was the first console, right? And here it was also coming, and which I said to minimize, right? So here we will see that results will be coming. So first let me run. So now I'm putting start, and now I'll open that. So see, write is happening, post. Do you see? Test is running here, parallel you can see here. And it's writing the results. Post request. Post means pushing the data. Posting to DB, right? Post request. Here, write DB to that. Sometimes it this can hang, this console can hang, so you can keep pressing here enter button. Just select this and hit enter button, so it will automatically refresh it. So post is happening. I'll stop it, not required. It is just to verify whether communication is happening. So you see, right? So integration is done. It means that now either you run this test in GUI or non-GUI. Okay, when if you are running in GUI non-GUI, just keep this backend listener enabled, right? And other thing, right? Even if you run from non-GUI, you know what to do. The command JMeter dash and dash t or then JMX file, then dash help or JTL, correct? And error log we can get from here. That is common. Additionally, this we are doing is backend listener we are adding, right? So parallelly, it is sending results over there. So we'll be getting JTL from command and XML from here, which is needed after the test. And while the test is going on, this will help us, right? So this is parallelly writing the test result to that database. Okay. Now next part comes. So this integration is done. Now next part is integrating the this one. Okay. Okay. So we have done here. We did a dry run, did the test the connection. If you want to see how the test results are stored in the database, you can run this command, which is not mandatory, just to see on the main console. This is the InfluxDB console right here. You can run this command, so measurements, and then select a star from JMeter. Another command you can run. So you'll see how test results are stored. Just now we did one small run. So this is how that small run test result got stored in this DB. Do you see? It based on time series. I have just minimized it. Yeah. So yeah, name right, and based, this is what epoch time. Based on epoch time, do you see home page, enter a store, and we were just running for one user, and the 90 percentile and 99 minimum, everything you see, it's plus the URLs here, transactions, URL. Do you see this whole thing is stored in that database? Now we will see that in Grafana. We'll see this in Grafana because what we will understand from this, right? And this is not running also. This is just for understanding how they are got stored. So we just run a small test till select item ID. I think where is JMeter? Yeah, select item ID, and I stop the test, right? So till their test result is there. You see, fine. So that is fine. Now we will minimize. Now comes the next chapter, that is InfluxDB and Grafana integration. So now installation, download and installation of Grafana, you know, right? I have just told that. So you have to download that exe file and this select suppose Windows. So select and download and install it. Correct. Now after installation, Grafana will be running on this URL called localhost 3000. So you have to, after installation is completed, you have to open your browser because it always opens in browser only, like Jenkins also, correct? Like how yesterday Jenkins we open on localhost 8080, that is default port. Same way, Grafana will be on localhost. Localhost you can type and it's 3000, localhost colon 3000. And when you hit, it will come. This is how. Now, first time when Grafana comes up, it will ask for login. So there is a default username password. Remember, the default username password is a small letter admin. Okay, and password is also admin. Right. So that you can enter here. Admin. That is default for everyone. Now login. When you log in, it will ask to change the password. You want, you can do. Not required. So we'll take this. So you can skip. Okay. Now comes here. Now here we have to choose a source. So how to do is just let you so here on this dashboard you'll see create your first dashboard. Okay, you can do that, or we can choose from the drop downs, new dashboard, anything. Okay, either we can click here, create first dashboard, or here plus symbol will be there, right? So click new dashboard, anyone. So if I click import dashboard will come later. First we have to establish the connection. Right. Okay, I think this is the first. Okay, ignore that. Okay, click here only. So click. Still is coming to that. Fine. Mm. Okay, not an issue. Like few thing I changed, so I'm also getting confused. This is the option. Okay, both is same. Wait, discard. So this will be home page as I said. So either we can click here, or we can click from this drop down. Here plus is there. So you choose new dashboard. So we'll be coming to this page, right? Same page, or you click here. So we'll be going to the same thing. Now what we have to do is we have to click here, add visualization. Both are same, right? As I said, like the plus one and the clicking the same. Now we have to click here, add visualization. Here you see it's written data source. So this step we are going to integrate this Grafana with InfluxDB. So when you click on that add visualization, again home I'll discard. So clicking here or here, from here and new dashboard, same thing. So click add visualization. So when you do, it will ask to select the data source. So when this will come, you'll see one option called configure new data source. Okay, here. So click on that. Yeah, so it will come up here, right? Or I'll tell like when we'll be on home page also. Generally, this setting they have moved it down. It was directly available here. So instead of doing this or going here also here connections in this drop down. Okay, add new connection. Connection, add new connection. Okay, so do not directly go there or go there. Come here, connections, drop down, add new connection. Okay, they have moved it here. Actually, this is a good option. It should be here somewhere so that easy access would be there, but not there. So click on add new connection. That is good. Now from here, you have to choose which software we use, right? So it see Grafana can be integrated with many things. You can see here, so many things are there. So we are going to do its integration with InfluxDB. So you can search here Influx. It will come up. You can see it's also saying okay, InfluxDB is installed in our system, right? You can see here. Okay. So just click on this. When we click on this, okay, it overview has came. Now let's click add new data source. Okay, here. Click on that. Now this will come. Here we have to give something, some names and other things. So first thing is we have to give a connection name, a good name that you can remember. Okay, always remember. The name that you give here, you should be able to remember because this is a connection name for Grafana and InfluxDB. InfluxDB, that database we created, right? Which here, right? In this database, these results are there. So we are going to connect this with Grafana. So that connection name, okay, it has to be given a name. So you should always remember it. So good name you can give. Suppose whatever pet store. Suppose I'm giving name for November 2000, just to remember because I have so many connections, so I can get confused. So I'm giving a name like pet store November 2020. So like good name you can. Now here comes query language. So here two options will be there, but let it be Influx query QL. Influx QL will be the default one. Next come here. Just scroll down. Hope it's look good. So here connection name, important name which you can remember. Here as it is Influx QL. Then here URL of our InfluxDB. So you know that, right? Which is here. Yeah. This URL we given in JMeter also, right? So that we'll put it here. Then this all thing not required. Here come down. This all thing not required. Here, just scroll down. Here, we have to fill all this. Not all, but these three important things. First, the name of the database. Okay. So what was the name of database? This we have given in JMeter also in listener, right here. This was the URL. This is the name of the DB. That same thing. URL we have given here, and DB name is here. Okay. Now, username and password. So you know we have created the username and password, right? So here, right? Admin and ABCD1234. So this should be the username and password that we have to give here. So admin correctly we have to give admin ABCD1234. Okay, password. Now see method. Okay, this is important. Everything is important. This is important. This is also important. So method we have to choose is get method. Get because we want to read. So it will be get. See here JMeter is JMeter test that we are running. So JMeter is posting that results. So it's a post. writing, right? Writing the results to this database. So it's post. Now from this database, we will be getting get request, post request, right? So here get query, post query. So get results will be get, correct? So get method. Okay. Then this is some in minimum interval time next series, which is not required to change. You can keep it as it is. Or suppose min you can keep at 5 seconds. Now click on save test. Remember, when you do a save test, you will see here one green kind of symbol will come, which will vanish very quickly. But it will, and then plus here also, this JMeter, sorry, this influx log, right? Remember, this is the console of influx, which we first open. Here post is there. Now, when we click here, you will see here, it will try to connect, and you'll see a get kind of a thing will come. Okay, so I'm clicking here, see here. It's saying it's working, right? Working. Tick marking means our connection is successful. Now you can always go and verify here. See, do you see get query? So JMeter will be doing post query, and parallelly we will be doing get query. Okay. So this is done. Okay. Now, so add data source, unique connection name, and get method, and then save and test. Data source is working. This will come. Till here we have completed. Right. This message should come, and parallelly we can verify in InfluxDB console. So we verified that here. That is InfluxDB console. Get means it has tested. It has read. Now we have to import a database. Sorry, a dashboard. Okay. So click plus create dashboard or to import. Okay. We can create our own dashboard, but it requires very hard learning, and so many. I've just given an example. Better to import some pre-configured database, for example, by FlipM or by Novatech. So from where you can import this pre-configured database. Okay. So same in Google. Do not close this. Let it be as it is. Just open another tab and visit Grafana website only. Grafana main website. Right? So when you search Grafana, here is the Grafana dashboard. Directly, either you can go through this main link. Better go directly. These are shortcuts. So here dashboards will. Now we have to search the dashboard for our, because Grafana can be integrated with so many things. So many dashboard you will see. Okay, RabbitQ, this so many things. Okay, Prometheus. This we need for JMeter. So here simply you search JMeter. So when you search JMeter, you will see in search type JMeter, you will see some dashboard especially for JMeter. There are so many dashboards. Many people have made and uploaded that, but currently people have also uploaded for JMeter InfluxDB version 2, right? Version 3, as I said, it has just released. Version 2 was also not working, but few people, because dashboard was also not available, pre-configured dashboard. But I think few people have created it. So version 2 also we can use, but we need to check how it works. Fine. So you see, so many are there. What we have to do is the first two. Okay, remember when you search JMeter, the first result that you get is a dashboard by a person called FlipM. So even you can click. So suppose this is the first one. Simply click Control and click. So it will open in new tab. Right. So you can see here it got open in new tab. Here you can see a name of the person by FlipM. Okay. So this is a very old dashboard from 2018. This is the one which works directly with the JMeter. So you have to download. From where to download, right? So you can see here download JSON will be there. So click on this. It will be just a JSON file, very simple JSON file. So just download. So I have downloaded it. I have kept my C drive, Grafana dashboards. It will look like this. I've just given a name. We'll be having some different name, but clip name. Okay. It will be a JSON file. Very simple 62 KB, a small file. So just download and save it somewhere. Now, in the connection, remember here, okay. Now go to plus and add here either new dashboard or import dashboard. So new dashboard when you know how to create dashboard, which needs an additional learning of queries and many things. So you can ignore that. You use import dashboard, the pre-configured one. So click on that. Now here it's saying import upload that JSON file, right? So click on upload. Wherever you have kept that, suppose this is that clip and open that. Okay. So I have previously used that, so it's showing an error. You can give a good name here also, not an issue. So suppose JMeter, like this name, dashboard name. Okay. Then so here one important thing. Next thing is you have to choose the DB name, the connection name. Remember we created a name. What was that name? Pit store November 2025. Right? So from this drop down, we'll see it should be there. Just pit store November here 2020. So see that connection name which we given when giving the connection, it will be here drop down. It has to come, right? It will come. You have to just remember. I have so many connections you see I have made here. So current one is this one with that database. So it has been selected. Now this whole thing measurement name fine. This is fine. So one giving a name here, and this is important. The connection name you have to choose from drop down, which we just made. Now click on import. So now when we click on import, the dashboard will come. So currently it's I'll just minimize a little bit. Okay. Hope you can see. Right? So here a few things we have to still change here. When this dashboard will come, first thing is here you will see data source. You have to just reconfirm again. So by default, you see data source is still showing wrong. So data source means the connection name. Again, we have to I have to update it. So what was the name? Gift to November 2020. Fine. So when you just select that data source, automatically you'll see like application name got updated, function, and this thing got updated, right? From where this is coming, do you know? We have given that in JMeter. So from there it is taken. Now I've just minimized to have a good look. Now next thing is before we run and see the results, just go to refresh and choose 5 seconds so that on every 5 seconds the results here is get refreshed, and then last 5 minutes. This fine, let it be last 5 minutes, or this we will see later. So refresh, just change to 5 seconds. Okay, and this is important. Just re-verify the data source, and you'll see all things come. Now start the test. Right. So let us say I'll run from GUI. I'll just change some inputs here, like suppose 10 users, and suppose 5 group, and we will run. So I'm running from GUI. Other concept, you know how same thing you have to run in non-GUI. Right? That is not a problem. But I'm saving my time, so I'm just clicking run button here. I've just kept aggregate report open. Generally, we do not keep, right? You know, whenever we run in non-GUI mode, any unnecessary listener we do not keep, right? But just to show you that test is running, I have kept it open because aggregate report we can open. It doesn't consume more memory. In GUI, if you are running, you can keep. So first let me clear. Now let us start. So it will run for 10 users, 2 loop. Let us start. Now parallelly, if you see in the InfluxDB console, this is the InfluxDB console, right? You can see the first console of InfluxDB. So you see here parallelly post is currently being made, get is not being made. So now we'll go to Grafana, and you see, once you come to Grafana, when say refresh, automatic refresh will happen. Now see every 5 seconds here it's refreshing. And see every 5 seconds it's refreshing, right? Every 5 seconds this data are changing. So now you can re-verify it. You see, parallelly both thing is happening, right? Do you see get post, get post? See post, get, post, get. So JMeter is posting, Grafana is getting. JMeter is posting, Grafana is getting. Right? So JMeter is posting the result uh, to that database, this result, and these results, and Grafana is reading those results and it's running. So now what we can see here. So you can see many things. Suppose how many total requests is getting fired, how many failed requests till now, received by total and sent by total. Error rate is currently 0 byte. You can see many things. Suppose just scroll down. So you will see suppose total active thread means total how many users? 10 users it's running. Clearly it's showing 10 users. Right? And all users are ramping up slowly with time and everything. No error currently. Now downside if you come, it will tell us 95% for every transaction. Okay, like every transaction, we can expand this view. If we click on view here, here three dot will be there. Click and click on view, so you can expand it. So when you expand it, you'll see min max, and here 90%. Their name with the barcode, right? The barcode is here. Even if you scroll here, it will tell, okay, this is login, signing, how it's happening. So like suppose home page, it took 1.55 seconds initially, then it went down and it's somewhere on. I, I, I clicked accidentally something. Let me just refresh. I clicked it on. Stable. We have to be little careful for two things. Okay, I'll go back. We can. This is view panel. I'll go back here. I'll click and we can go back to main page, main panel. So this again we will reopen, not an issue. So this is the main panel, right? So again we can go and bring especially that if you want to. Fine, but yeah, all details not. I clicked on something accidentally maybe. Okay, so where are all? Okay, we'll see this later. So again, go back to that. So this is so this is 95% time. Then downside network bytes. Now here every okay errors. So you see here a special column is there for errors. Here errors, right? So if any error is coming, what is that error? Currently there is no error. Currently, if you see, if you go up, error rate is 0%, right? So currently there is no error. So we cannot see. But if error is there, here it will clearly tell you that which transaction is having which type of error. Error message, error info will also come. Right? Okay. Next. downside, you can see the performance of individual transactions. Individual means suppose by default it's showing home page, right? Now if I go here and from here, suppose you want to know the performance of any one transaction called confirm, select that, and it's not loading, but it should load. There is some problem. I think there is some problem. We will. I'll try to redo it. Stop it. We'll create one fresh again. Now here it's come. Yeah, here it's come now. So currently it has stopped, right? Because I have stopped the test. Still it's showing the result because from last 5 minutes it will switch. So either you have to wait for 5 minutes. So wait for minimum 5 minutes so that previous result is gone and fresh result will come up, right? Like next run result you want to see. So minimum gap we have to do. So because see previous test we ran, right, or we stopped. So till 5 minutes result it will be showing. So or time frame you can set up, but last 5 minutes, last 15 minutes, it will minimum 5 minutes is there. So we have to wait for minimum 5 minutes to again start a next run. So we can do, right. So wait for 5 minutes or in middle since we do not have time, so I'll rerun it again. Rerun it. So rerunning. Here again everything will start. We'll see again post get will happen. Let us come. Just refresh. Select the refresh to 5 seconds. So on see if you do not wait for 5 seconds, so on top of that only it is getting added. So that thing will happen. Previous result will get merged. So minimum you have to wait. So that if we could have waited for 5 seconds, so this all could will become 0 0. So fresh it will show. So that you do, right, because we do not have time. So currently it's adding upon that only previous year. Okay, that is not concern. So concern was like here earlier that thing was not showing. Now it is showing. So you see proper home page. So like that I just said, suppose we want to see for another transaction. So from here we can choose suppose add to cart or confirm, right? So currently confirm doesn't have anything because still test has not reached confirm. One content request has okay. So there will be something. Now results are coming for confirm. You see, yeah. If any error will be there, so that error will also come related to that particular transaction. And then response times. Okay, 1995 for that particular transaction is displayed. And what important is we will get a error column here, which is very crucial, right? So this is particularly for confirm only. It's showing how many requests, error, percentile, all this. Above that, you see error column. Currently, we do not have any error, so it's uh, blank. But if error will be there, in any transaction where error is happening, we'll get the idea. And so each transaction detail you can change from here if you want to monitor them individually, or overall monitor is going on here. Right? As I said, we can always view. So you can see here. parallel. So this is what live monitoring exists, live visualization till the test runs, right? From here, we can go back to dashboard like this. Okay. So this is the beauty. Now you got right. What is this influx TB and Grafana integration? Nothing is special. Okay. Now same thing. I'll just stop it. So you know right how to run in non-GUI. Right? I'll not run. I'll run through Jenkins. I'll just show you because we have already this setup in Jenkins. Jenkins also is kind of running in non-GUI. So what I am enabling only simple data writer for XML and backend listener, which will send data. Here I have reduced to 1 everything. We will change these inputs from Jenkins command. Constant increase of 3. 16 time. Let us reduce. Okay, save. I'll close this complete JMeter so that we had a clear idea. So see, either you can run from command line. You know how to run from command line. Right? JMeter -n -t, JMX file -l, JTL file. Then in between, if you want to pass the user -j and all thing, you would do. And JTL and XML will be coming from the test, and parallel result will be coming here. That's the difference. So Jenkins. Since my laptop Jenkins is not installed as a service, so I have to always run it through our. See, if Jenkins is installed through service means through installer, right? So it will be always active in your system. So do not go with var file. Var file always will have to launch. And same goes for Influx DB. See, Grafana is one-time installation. You have to download and install. So Grafana will always be running in. But Influx DB, if you want to use, you have to always start it because Influx DB file, yeah, this one is not a installation file. It's a use file, right? Download and use file. So that is there. Finally, Jenkins is up. I can open Jenkins here. So last project, right? That is what we created. Um, 4 days back. This one. This is the project. 4 days back. So here, if I go to configure, everything is there. No need to set up any command and already in this thing we have done the setup. Okay, so we will just build it. Okay. So now from here, so the beauty will be what? If we go to the test result folder. Suppose this all now I delete. So now you will see that suppose I'll run for 7 users, so that will come to me. Loop is 3. Right, ramp up suppose. Now I'll click on build. Yes. Build number 4. Build number 4 is happening. Go to console. Okay. So we can, yeah, started with 7. We can check parallelly whether things are happening or not. So where we can check in the InfluxDB concept. So whether it is posting or not. So see, JMeter is posting, post. Now we can go to our Grafana dashboard. Actually, I didn't wait it for 5 minutes. So still it will write on top of previous result. Okay. So you can see it's running. Now fresh run, you see it's running for 7 users. Do you see here? It just started. And it's between, you can see 7 users, right? If you just wait for minimum 5, now previous result will become 0. Everything it will show 0, 0, fresh result will come. Since I'm not waiting because time issue, so previous results is showing and it's writing upon that. So minimum wait for 5 minutes so that you have a difference. Now, so it's writing. So you see it's happening, right? Even how when you do through Jenkins. So Jenkins is running here, correct? And we are getting the GTL file and XML file, correct? XML file is coming from where? Simple data. This is coming from command line in that we have given Jenkins. Date and for this thing we have already taken care so that file names can be automatically generated, right? So you see automation, this is full-fledged automation. I do not have to take care of anything now, right? I have to just click the click button, okay? And this setup is running. No human means the human intervention, the manual intervention is minimized, right? All is automated. And so till the test run, suppose this is 1 hour test or half an hour test or how many hour test, right? So in last we'll get the this whole thing HTML report and all those things. Meanwhile, we can see the stats here. We can see the stats here. Any error or anything coming, we can see here, right? Currently no error, all test going fine. So that is the beauty. If any error comes, you can like correlate from here also. Parallelly here, it's running here also. Currently no error. Do you see? Going fine, right? And finally, later on, we'll have the HTML report also. So this is how things work, right? And beauty of running through Jenkins and setting up is anytime I can run, I can change anything correct on Jenkins only. Number of user, duration, whatever. No need to open JMeter. Did I have opened the JMeter? No. One time setup done, now JMeter is closed. Correct. All thing is set up. So this is the best yeah. This is the best thing. Okay. Now there is one more plugin, but go with this plugin only. This is the good plugin which I have found by FlipM. This works by default with our backend listener, which is there in JMeter, right? And as I said, so this plugin you'll get when you search JMeter. Not plugin, I'm saying plugin, not sorry, dashboard. Okay. Dashboard is important. You cannot create your own dashboard. You have to know many things to create a dashboard like this. Okay, you have to study many things, queries and other things. So better to go with existing dashboard we have. So there is one dashboard by FlipM and one is by Novatech here. I think this one is Novatech. Novatech dashboard requires a plugin. Okay, it does not directly. This is by Novatech. No, Novatech published by Novatech. So this is another dashboard. This is also good. But difference between Novatech dashboard and FlipM dashboard is FlipM dashboard actually shows us the error. Okay, error column is there, and that is very important. These all things is not important. Error is more important. That dashboard by Novatech is more kind of fancy. Means you'll get a tabular. Do you see here? Tabular kind of stuff where in aggregate report how we see all thing 90% as parallelly we can see here. But problem will be it doesn't show error thing. Error if it is coming it will show error, right? But detail error it will not show. So that's why I prefer to go with FlipM only. FlipM dashboard because FlipM dashboard see 90% we can see here also. Yeah, we can maximize that also like this. Okay. And then go back. But important is seeing the error, right? Error is important. In this, it will not show the error, right? But even if you want to try this, you can try here. They have written first you have to download this plugin. You have to download this plugin, put it in where you have to put here. They have written lib file. Yeah, in JMeter we have our lib directory and then ext directory. Inside that, this plugin you have to download. Then you have to restart the JMeter and then add backend listener, and this thing they have written. Then you have to choose this option and then some parameter you have to just put in, correct? And then and download this dashboard from here. And this also you can use. So these are two good dashboard, but better one I suggest is by the Flip one, which we downloaded and which works by default with JMeter backend listener. Okay, this dashboard has dependency. It needs to be it works with its own plugin. We have to download, correct? That FlipM works by default. Nothing to do in that. So that is there. We can also create on dashboard, but that requires, suppose here you click and go to new dashboard, add visualization. So whole connection. Wait, just data sources. Wait. So where were we? We were here. We were seeing the result. We are now this all this thing. This is shareable. See, Grafana Enterprise. Okay, this is a standalone open source thing. Grafana is enterprise thing in industry in project. If they use it, so currently it's running on localhost. Same thing runs on cloud. Cloud means you'll get a URL. That URL we can share to another senior or whoever who can parallelly open that and see the test sitting somewhere else. Right. Okay. So here share button. Yeah. Through this we can share this thing to him. Right. Anyone can uh, see that. Right. If that setup is made in real time project. And so that are the beauty things of this task. So that's it. This test is still running. Finally, okay. Now, hmm, okay, new dashboard is coming. So new dashboard. Uh, so what I was trying to show is like creating our own dashboard for an example. This is the existing connection. I click on build. Build that's imported that and then click on add the connections going to choose the data source, which is here. Okay, so you see, this is by default visualization. So it requires more effort if you want to create on dashboard. You need to create, run queries and all those things. So some examples are there. This is the data source that we created. Now, those all things that runs here are all SQL queries. Okay, so there are few. One example I've given here. You see, suppose select a byte from JMeter by transaction. I'll put it somewhere. I have to put it in a forward. You can go to edit, add query, add query. Install. Fine. So suppose here I put that one example. And, okay. Okay. Clicking outside will say this. So it has fetched home page and all those things. One query, just for example purpose to show you. I have made this. Yes. Now suppose we'll run this. So you see now data started coming, some data there come. So this is one line I have given and one something is coming. So do you see how complex can be, right? To see that beautiful dashboard. So we have to learn if you want to create our, or if you want to know more insights on that, you can open this JSON file just to see how these are created in a notepad or notepad plus plus, right? You can see the code, you can see how he has created all these things. You can have an idea, right? It's a very big file. So much code he has written. So many things this fellow has written. Then only he's able that a small thing that we see. It looks so small, right? Okay, but the code behind that will become tough if we have to create things. You have to learn this whole thing. So, so this is how if you want to create by yourself, right? But generally it will be tough. So you can import existing dashboards, and that is the reason still JMeter we have to use with version 1, InfluxDB 1, because the backend listener which is there by default in JMeter currently is supporting InfluxDB 1.1. Okay, the this setup. And so fine. So I think it's a very big session. Unnecessarily some time wasted in finding the installation file, but yeah, it is. So this is how things works, right? Okay. So bye. Take care. Probably tomorrow we will see distributed testing. Okay, and then maybe then for 2 days I'll not be there, and then we'll start this other concept. Okay. So how was my connection today?
Yeah, connection was okay. No, no issues.
Fine, then take care, guys.